Hello, happy Friday, everyone. Oh my gosh, I know I'm a few minutes late. I was getting everything ready for the live. I forgot to push go on the stinking coffee pot. I was sitting there like a dog waiting for dinner. I was like, get me some coffee. So good. Okay, so funny. Last night, got all snug in my bed here, and I could hear I'm still at the beach, and I could hear I'm out in Todos Santos. I could hear the waves crashing like the ocean. That girl is nautical. She started last night. Could hear the barrel waves just rolling all the way down the beach, and I was all cozy, and I felt this energy come in, and I thought, oh, I know the graph's down. Should I pop in there and just say, listen, I could tell there's massive light coming in. And I was so cozy, and I was like, much as I love you guys, you're going to see my ass in the morning. And then lo and behold, I woke up and the graph was back online. So you're getting me, you're getting the graph, you're getting an update, lots and lots going on. First and foremost, welcome, welcome, welcome to our newest Love Train members. Um, this is an 100% organically grown community. And I love when I see notes from you guys going, I'm not sure how I ended up here, but I did. That's called following the energy, and you felt like, hey, this looks like a bunch of people who are having fun riding out this crazy journey. And that is absolutely what we're doing here. You are not alone. You're not crazy. You're not losing it. In fact, we're all finding it. If the truth, we're remembering our truth. So we're actually not only are we not losing it, we're finding our truth. So what a fun journey. Lots to go into here. Yes, and you notice I gave this guy like call that a Broadway arrow. I gave it some lights because yes, that's a timeline jump. Absolutely. Let me peek in here and see who got up early today. Well, early for me in the West Coast here. Manu is here. Leanne is here. Kristen, hello. I think I see Gina. Wendy's here. Vicky, yes. Well, Vicky, I'm always an early bird. I've actually been up for hours, but I did wait to make my cup of joe. Annie is here. Andrea is here. Hello, hello. Stacy's in the house. Awesome. Halloumi, hello, Halloumi. Good to have you here. Care is here. Awesome. Sean is here. Da 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 da. Lots going on. Um, yes, the activations. We're going to do an activation this morning too. They're really keeping us. So Lionsgate is like this portal is very wide open. So I got some really, sound advice this morning that I'm gonna. Some of it's gonna feel repetitive. But when I repeat it, it's because they really want us to absorb this. Melissa, newbie, welcome. No experience required, Melissa. So glad you're here shining your light. And you made it to the live also. So cool. And Julie, hello. Thank you for all the green hearts. And I love it. Awesome. Great energy here. Um, so let's see. So obviously behind me, I just put that was when it was offline. There was, a pretty significant earthquake in Russia that, took it down. But you know what? I personally love it when the graph goes down because this is how my guides taught me is they would have me feel and then show me the graph. What do you feel? And then show me the graph. And so when it goes down, I just really use that to like, let me center and let me see what I'm feeling. I could definitely feel this integration um, yesterday because that can come in like, for me, it's different for all. For some, it can amp you up. And then for me, there's little waves of, I need a rest. I need a rest. And I did it because I'm taking advantage of this hammock. Oh my gosh, I think when I go back to Cabo, I gotta buy a hammock. I can't even tell you how it just really, it calmed your mind. It truly does. Um, so yeah, I did a lot of resting, had, private sessions too, but anytime I felt like it, I took a nap. Um, let's see. So let me talk about, all right. So I felt this heat coming in. It was probably about 10 p.m. Pacific last night. And you can see, by the way, I just peaked right before I came in. So I pulled this already. It's almost 2 hours ago. This is continuing. So this high intense, this is very intense. It's actually going further down. So it's getting stronger as it goes. It's not tapering, it's actually, there's more and more coming in, which, for me, remember, everybody's different. So you have to go by how you feel. I just share my experience, just so you know you're not going cuckoo, okay? For me, this always, I just wake up completely grounded. I feel connected. I get this clarity. And just feel more in the body is the best way that I could put it. Now, for some of you, this kind of light can cause more of an anxiousness where it feels difficult to ground, but this is always primed for grounding, right? Because the light's coming through us, it's going through Gaia. So today, we're going to align with all of this. Let's say, oh, hello from Thailand in the house. How amazing. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Kendra. How cool. Oh, we got a good group. So I see a bunch of early risers here. I might have to do this more often. Let's see. Lisa is here. All right. So okay, we'll talk about Lionsgate energy again because it's really important. So this portal offers an opportunity for you to get into alignment right with your highest timeline. Now, I've noticed lovingly, right? Because remember, nothing is ever a judgment or a criticism. It's an observation to help you to shift or course correct. No, I want some of you to notice if you are, the lingo, right? You want your highest timeline. You're doing, right? You're doing that. You understand the difference, right? Where the third dimension timeline is collapsing, right? And you want the fifth dimension timeline, which is in your best and highest good. Your wellness is assured, your abundance is assured, and this is where the magic is, right? However, your current situation, remember that today, what you're looking at with the human eyes already manifested. And it's possible that you're witnessing part of the third dimension reality collapsing. That can look like issues with the home. It could look like relationship issues. It could be a job suddenly ending. It could be friends bailing, and, right? The guidance is to focus on your energy and coming to accept right now. I accept this manifested. You can't change it. We're not here to fix a broken world. You're not broken. You're not here to fix a broken human. Your peeps aren't broken either. They're just in different levels of consciousness. If you're here in this community, you came here knowing that you were going to be a way shower, meaning when everybody else is in the process of waking up, I'm going to go in and be the light so that when they awaken, I can be an example or an inspiration of what do I do, okay? So notice some of you are still, though, the lingo and everything, but you're not taking the action. What's the action? Managing your energy. And first step, if you've got, and I get it, for some of you, stuff's blowing up. When you come into full, I accept that this already manifested, but it's on the 3D stinking timeline, right? So what do I do? Because I don't like this. This isn't the result I want. The more you focus on this, you're dragging this timeline into the now. We only create in the now. This is where, are we making noodle soup or are we going to the heart? Now, if your current human situation is not pleasant, step one, always acceptance. Just, that doesn't mean I want more of this. That means I'm letting go of the resistance, right? Because you want to go to the 5D, but I hate what I'm seeing. I don't like my bank account. I don't like this. I don't like that. My relationship's going caca, blah, 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 right? But I'm choosing this timeline. You're creating just a rubber band with a bunch of tension. If you resist even a teeny bit, you resist all of the fifth dimension high timeline that's available. So step one is be the observer. Okay, I'm observing all of this is coming to the light. It's right now, this is coming to the light. I don't desire any of this. What do I desire? If everything's blowing up, go for the easiest state of being for alignment, and that is peace. I always, when stuff was unraveling for me, I went to peace and ease. Here's the cool thing about how powerful you are. You only need to do it throughout the day, a couple of times a day, and you can do the exact activation that they're having me do again today, because it's taking advantage of all the Lionsgate energy and love that's coming in. And you can literally, you'll be able to come back to this video, and you have the advantage of the container that we form. We form an energetic container when we activate together. And I accept all of this. The moment you do that, this goes down. Now you can go here. How do we go here? With the breath, feeling into your heart, knowing that you're a powerful creator. Because what happens is, otherwise the noodle soup factory is open for business and it starts to project forward. So notice, A, if you're putting a happy sticker on an empty gas tank, and then B, are you still in resistance, right? And then if you are in resistance, step one, okay, I do not want to focus on this, talking about it, regurgitating it. And I'm not saying that if you're reaching out for help, that doesn't count, because that's you saying, right, what? But I'm saying if you're calling other peeps and saying, hey, through my lens today, through my human lens today, all kinds of crap's going wrong. Now I'm keeping it in my now. I'm bringing that timeline right into my now. Everything's created in the now, and in every now moment, you can shift in the quantum field. It is not linear. It's not linear. The third dimension, we were all stuck on that linear time. And what happens? The noodle goes, oh no, this went wrong today. That means next week that's going to fall apart, and next month that's going to fall apart. And I absolutely know it, because I've seen it before, because I'm in my noodle, and the noodle works from history files. No new solutions, lowest probability. So you can go, wait a minute, I'm in my noodle because I'm worried about the past, and I'm making up a complete lie about my future, because all I need to do is get into alignment. All I need to do is get into alignment. And so, especially right now, because what we focus on, we create more. You're saying to the universe, I want more of this, right? And regurgitating it and pulling it, you're just pulling that timeline in that you don't desire. And so, and if you need to, there's a timeline. I did a choosing your timeline workshop in here. It's absolutely free. Grab the video and watch it. But it's so important. You can't skip the step of acceptance. And the reason they're like really wanting me to drill this home today is because Lionsgate is an opportunity for you to expand your light and expand your own consciousness in a greater way. And so, but you can't do that when you're in resistance. And then once you just, and if you have to, just write, I'm okay. This is coming up to, because it's not serving me. I'm going to observe it and say, please take all things that no longer serve to me to the light. And lo and behold, look what they brought us, right? We're generating this. As people awaken, we generate this light. We're calling in our light. This light is here to heal those. And you see how much red is in here? That's the purging. So the caca you're seeing with your human eyes is the red, but see what's on top of it, ready to alchemize it. Energy is not destroyed. We can transform it, and that's what we're doing. But you have to choose. You have to choose, and you have to choose from a state of peace and love. We don't create from fear anymore. That's how we got the caca line that was here. Okay? So I wanted to go through that. And then I will show you guys the shakalaka chart here. Let me take a peek and see see who else has snuck in here while I've been gabbing away. Kaya is here. Welcome, Kaya. Da 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 da. Da, da, da. David's here from Kentucky. Awesome. Wait, well, welcome, David. Da, 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 da. All right, here we go. Let's take a Deborah in. Deborah is here. Let's see. Latha in India. Welcome. Amazing. All right, here we go. Let me show you guys the shakalaka chart, and then we're gonna do this activation because it feels like everybody is ready for this. We're in these new energies, which can feel like disorientation. Remember that it's new, and that's why it feels weird. Also, Frank's here from Norway, Karen in Toronto. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. I love this. It's funny, it's just a year ago when my guides told me you are starting a global community, and I started laughing. I'm like, what? How are they gonna find me? They were like, just start broadcasting. Okay, here we are. And look at this, so amazing. All right, so again, this is when the graph was offline. I gave it the Broadway arrow here. And so you can see here, this is the timeline jump. So timeline jumps, when we see it like this, these are collective, which means everybody, awakened or not, everybody jumped. So whenever there's a shift like that, typically it's because there was, for lack of a better description, a fear cloud. So there could be a collective fear that is permeating, and they don't want it to gain any momentum, right? So we shift. Now by they, I mean, this is gonna, all right, it's our collective consciousness, which is the one jumping ahead. Our conscious, this is all happening in the quantum field. Our consciousness senses the dense energy and says, let's jump fast. Because when we have that timeline shift, say there was a negative energy brewing, it could be about anything. It's typically usually something having to do with conflict or war or things that affect lots and lots of people. And so any super dense energy that seems to be gathering, the collective consciousness, right, then goes, let's yank this line forward, which, because as consciousness jumps forward, it drags the density forward so that it can come up energetically and be alchemized, right? So when something like that is brewing, we jump timelines, because when you get off the stinking timeline, it won't progress. And so even the teeniest of timeline jumps changes the trajectory. There are infinite potential timelines available in every now moment. There are infinite potential timelines available in every now moment. So which one are you choosing? It doesn't matter what you're seeing, what manifested today, which one are you choosing and how are you choosing it? Okay. This is the key to staying in alignment. And you don't have to do it 24/7. It's okay if then you have to go back and deal with the situation. But when you do, power yourself up, get into your heart and turn that light on. And then if you feel yourself drifting out, go back in. Use sound, use the breath, right? Use any of the activations in here. Speaking of sound, I almost forgot. You guys are in for a treat on Monday, because our love trainer, Sam Schultz, is going to be my guest on a live Monday. What's that going to be, the 4th? Monday the 4th. I will post about it today. But Monday, August 4th at 12 p.m. Pacific. You guys are getting a sound bath. So get ready, get your rubber ducky out and get ready. It's going to be a big treat. And I'm looking forward to having Sam as our special guest on Monday. And again, I will post it. And yes, of course, it's going to be recorded. As everything, I always leave my lives up because people find it when they need it. Okay. Yeah. Well, so Okay, so I see, Michelle, I see your comment. So, Michelle, it's not just men in fear. There are souls across the globe in fear, right? Anybody who's unawakened, right? And there are even people who are awakened who are still having moments of fear, right? But here's what we don't do. My guides are always like, don't look, don't watch it burn, because we're here to create. So we focus forward on what we want to create. Because if we stare at things falling apart, now and then all of a sudden it's like, wait, why is my relationship going into the crapper? Because you're choosing that timeline. And so what do? We be the light, because there, if, and by the way, so, some of the relationships that are coming apart aren't authentic. They're not authentic, and that's why they must come apart. There is there's no zero room for inauthenticity in the fifth dimension, because you have to be true to yourself and true to your heart, and everybody's in pure love and light. So when people come together in relationships, everybody wants to be there. Everybody's free in the relationship. It's very different from these obligation and responsibilities and crazy labels that we gave. Like some people, relationship, it was like you put a hook in your partner, and it was like, right? And it became work, No, if you're authentic and you fully love yourself and accept yourself completely, and so does the other person, regardless if it's a friend, a playmate, a partner, whatever, business associate, right? You fill in the blank. You must love and accept yourself wholly as a divine creator that you are. And then you have authentic pairings that happen. It's got to be authentic. So I hope that that helps. Um, okay, so all right. Well, I'm not gonna. I don't want to get into. Here's the thing, guys. The things that you're observing and the mind is making up stories over. Just again, come into the heart. And is this true? Is this true? But truly, in this Lionsgate, focus on your own energy. And like my guides tell me, other people's opinion of me are none of my business. And they also tell me to mind my own energetic business. And this is key. This is key. Yeah. It's just, but remember, what you're choosing to focus on is what you're recreating. That's the main message here. Again, everybody has free will. There's no wrong or right. Some people are still choosing to play out what they're seeing, and that's perfectly okay too. But because everybody's ascending, awakened or not, everybody's consciousness is jumping forward. But I don't know. I see somebody wrote about a burden. See, don't focus on burdens, because the universe will go, okay, here you go. Here you go. I can't stress again, we're in a powerful, powerful portal. And if we're looking at everything that we're perceiving as wrong, that's what creates the cloud and makes the this jump, right? So just, what your focus is. My focus is my energy, period. You have to call in your light and broadcast. What am I broadcasting, right? I'm not in here broadcasting doom and gloom, because we already know what that is. It was the third dimension. We came here to create, to create, to create, to play, create, and have fun. You can't do that when you're focused here. It's that tension again, see? All right. So, but I love the conversation. I love the conversation, but that's the guidance. This is not my who man's personal opinion. This is literally the guidance from spirit. This is how we get through this Lionsgate. And I really want everybody to get the most out of Lionsgate, so you feel yummy, because it's a beautiful thing. These jumps are beautiful. These portals are so powerful. The nurturing energy that's pouring through us is absolutely amazing. Okay. All right. So let's do this grounding. I know you guys are like, come on, give us good stuff, Patty. Shut up. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. I love a little ambiance. Do, do, do. Because I don't like that crazy graph behind my head when we're trying to be zen. Oh, here we go. I actually have this was the image that my guides gave me when this came in. So it's very appropriate. So if you're driving, please come back and do this later. If you're, right, if the 3D reality is getting a little bit too much for you, this is the perfect remedy for you. You don't have to be perfect with this all day long, but just anytime you really feel you need it, if you're getting into the noodle, if the noodle soup factory's in overdrive, come in and do this. You can't even imagine the beautiful energy that's around it, supportive energy, and there's a ton of love in here for everybody. So, and this is what I wish for each and every one of you, that you just receive all the love from this. Okay, so focus, bring your attention to your breath, settle in. And this is an activation. They brought this through for Lionsgate, and it's called Anchoring Light Through the Great Shift. All right. So go ahead and bring your attention to your breath, and you can close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale slowly. Take another deep breath in. Exhale slowly. One more. Take another nice deep breath in. And exhale slowly. And then now let yourself settle into this moment, into the now. Now we're going to ground into Gaia. Take a deep breath in. Exhale down to Gaia's heart. Inhale, come up to your heart space. Exhale back down to Gaia's heart. One more time. Inhale, come up to your heart space. And from here, notice if the front door to your heart is open and you can see, sense, or feel it. And then take a moment to notice if the back door to your sacred heart is open. And if you need to, take a nice inhale and then gently guide it open with the breath on the exhale. Take another breath in, staying here in the heart space, and settle in here. And the guides are coming with, you are not waiting for something to come. You are already in it. This past week, these energies continue to anchor in one of the greatest shifts of consciousness ever to occur. You are living it. You are embodying it. There was no need to wait for 3 days of darkness or for a solar event to render you powerless. You are in a magnificent solar sequence now. It began many days ago, and these moments represent the tipping point. Feel into that and allow it to land in your body, and allow this knowing to become your anchor. Now, gently keeping your awareness on the heart space, take a nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, see if you can sink into that inner sanctuary. Let's take one more breath in. Exhale, can you sink deeper and deeper? Let us reassure all fearful, exhausted, or overwhelmed parts of you. Take an inhale and say softly or aloud, I am going to allow myself to feel all of my emotions. My power lies in the fact that I am a sentient being. While there are parts of me that feel fear, the greatest part of me, the powerful part of me, is the part that feels love. Really breathe into that and allow that love to radiate from within you. And now take a deep inhale and say softly or aloud, and you can put a hand on your heart if that feels comfortable. We are all okay. We are all okay. One more time. We are all okay. And now we invite you to call in your team, your support team. I now call upon my guides, my angels, and my consciousness, which is your higher self, to surround all parts that are releasing fear. Surround them all with love. I fill myself with pure love and light. I breathe in calm, and I release all density. Give that a nice, powerful exhale. Take one extra breath there. Really feel yourself releasing the density. And with your next breath, visualize a golden thread connecting your heart to the center of Gaia's heart. Feel her embrace and take a deep inhale and say silently or aloud, I anchor my truth into Gaia's sacred heart. I am a highly evolved, abundant being. And so it is. You can revisit this activation whenever you need some extra support, allowing love to always be your guide. Love that. So good. So, so good. Oh, I hope that you guys felt that as much as I did. So powerful. I love it that they're bringing this forward. I will be posting later today about my Lionsgate event that I'm hosting on. It's going to be Friday, August 8th. It's 1 week from today. It's going to be from 12 noon to approximately 1:30 p.m. So 90 minutes. And I'll have all the details. The guides are bringing in more of it. Today, I'm going to receive light codes at the beach. Yay. Kind of had a feeling that was coming. And I will, as you guys know, when the energy calls, you will see me in here. And again, a warm welcome to our newest Love Train members. I think we're pushing 3,700 members. So cool. All, 100% organically grown. So great. So I love you guys. Thank you for everybody for sharing your experiences and your thoughts in here. It really, truly does help everyone. So love you. And I'll see you guys when the energy calls. Take care.